Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, Herbert. Ball finds his running back, Gus Edwards. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Herbert to throw once more. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Herbert again. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Quite the opening drive they've put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First and 10, here's Herbert. Smith-Njigba there to grab it. And he'll go down here at the 16.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. It's Herbert once more. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Running behind center with Edwards. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They snap it to Herbert. He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, Los Angeles. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He puts everything behind this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now they have 3rd and short.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
3rd down run from Achane. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 2nd down carry for Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Herbert to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell, running left. Dukes out a one-stop. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete. It's Vidal. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here's 2nd and 5. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Running with Vidal out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Third and goal. Here's Herbert. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Jones. And he's out in the clear. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the the shotgun. A give to Vidal. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down. Herbert now. Davis there to grab it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On third down, Herbert. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Colts take over as he records his 10th career INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts with a chance to add to their lead. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Man in motion here. Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Launches one deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw again, Richardson. That's caught for the first. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now, Richardson. Drops back. Needs an open man.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Herbert on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Juju Brents with a pick. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Taken in by Pierce. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down throw here from Richardson. Able to find Achane. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Richardson now on first and 10. Forced out to his right. Now he'll try one deep down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Herbert here, 3rd and long. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. New set of downs for him at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Achan reels it in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be touchdown brought. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Has it downfield, working the left. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Game with the point after. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Finds his fullback. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, Herbert. He fires one deep down the... Oh, no, they get him yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got Pierce. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's him on the quick hitter. And that's good for a gain of 5. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He finds space, middle of the field. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. He's looking deep once again, and they pick him off again. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. This is ahead for about 5. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Colts have possession to start the 4th. This one looking pretty well decided already. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6, you get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
14. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
From the 34. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Chargers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He sends this one to the end zone. Ooh, almost to throw the costume. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. You know, some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Colts pick it up. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Herbert on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Bronk, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say, stay out there. We're going for 2. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A-Chain running to the right. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That pass caught by Gould. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you're telling the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw here from Richardson. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Juke the defender. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts grow their lead yet again. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air, Herbert. He's trying another one deep. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Herbert now, blitz coming. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on first down. More to come.
They move 2 yards closer. That's going to bring up third and goal from the 5.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Third and goal. Here's Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Chargers make it an 18-point game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.